Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Talk Virgin to Me. Wow, I sang that. I made up my own entry song. And live from Studio F, it's Talk Virgin to Me. That's terrible. It sounds like, what the heck does it sound like? Almost like an old 1940s. Like, I need to get a little funkier than that. Get funky with it. All right. Well, if you don't know who this is by now, I don't know. You might not have watched any of my videos, but at this point, I would still like to introduce my favorite shipmate, my BFF, my rock, my everything, Kelly Romo.
Hello.
Round of applause. We need
Sound effects?
Yeah, sound effects. Anyways, we are going to talk about our last cruise, which was what?
The Celebration Voyage.
The Celebration Voyage. And it could be the reason why I'm singing all these things is because I've been singing a little bit more lately. Maybe that's why I've got all this singing on my brain. Anyways, try not to sing today. Sing more things. So we're going to talk about the Celebration Voyage, which was technically what itinerary was it? Where the heck did we go?
Riviera Maya.
Yeah.
Because we went to Cozumel.
We did
and
go
Bimini.
to Cozumel and Bimini. So if you do not know what the Celebration Voyage is, it was a voyage that started 2-ish years ago. Yeah, about 2 years ago in August was the very first initial one. And we were not on it. It was over in Europe, but I couldn't tell you what the actual itinerary was. But I remember Kelly and I looking at each other going, because all this news came out of it. And we were like, okay, we're not going to be missing a Celebration Voyage ever again. Because they learned a lot of things on this Celebration Voyage. And honestly, if we remember correctly, the voyage wasn't actually a celebration voyage to start out, right? It was just a voyage that they went, ooh, let's turn this into a celebration voyage, right? And people just happened to be on it. I can't remember. So we've been at the last 2 voyages. So last year, actually, it was in August, the end of August. And where the heck were we supposed to go? No, we went to Puerto Rico last year. Not Puerto Rico. Jeez Louise. Dominican Republic.
Yes.
And then this year it was there are 2 5-nighters that we did. And they were really, I feel like, close together. So it was funny when we got on board last week, I was like, didn't we just do this? Didn't you feel like that?
Yeah, because it was August and
In May, yeah. Beginning of May,
I don't even know what month it is.
Yeah, it was May 4th, I think.
Yes,
we left out.
yes.
Was it 4th or 5th?
Yeah,
I can't remember.
May 4th.
Anyways, so we were both like, didn't we just do this? But we did it again. So apparently when they pick these voyages, they do pick them around Richard's schedule. And that was the schedule that he had so available. And they do 3 of them, so 1 on each ship. They did 3 last year. 1 on each ship, but last year they were all in a row, so it kind of was a little stressful for Nirmal and the team and Virgin, or Richard. I don't remember who else. I think Nirmal and Richard were the only ones that kind of went on to every ship.
I think so.
Last year, but don't quote me on that. And this year they spread them out. So the next one's, gosh, not till what? July or July? I think it's in July on Resilient.
I don't honestly know.
Yeah, because we didn't look at it. But I think it's July, honestly. And I think the other one is not too far after that because they're both over there. So maybe they put those back to back. I can't remember. We'd have to look it up. Probably good information that we should have had before we started this. But here we are.
Whoopsie.
I didn't know this was going to come out of my mouth like this. We fly by the seat of our pants when it comes to this. I just talk and we just talk back and forth. Right?
Yep.
Yeah, it's really what we do. So, anywho, what does the Celebration Voyage mean, Kellers?
Well, it's a celebration, really, of all of Virgin brand. I kind of feel like last year we had more brand represented.
Virgin brand, I agree.
Than we did this year. So I'm not sure if it was thrown together last minute,
felt
yeah,
a bit thrown together.
Yeah,
Sorry,
so
Virgin.
we didn't have a lot of what we had last year this year.
I thought so too. So Virgin time, like we all always hear me say. We didn't learn who was. So usually there's a special guest. We got our special guest maybe 3 weeks before. About 3 weeks before.
Yeah.
And it was Nicky Jam. And he is a brand new artist that signed with Virgin Records out of Miami and Puerto Rico. Don't quote me on that. But he is a Latin artist. So he was our special guest. And then the other 2 voyages, one has a Spice Girl and one has who is it? Pointer Sister. Sister Sledge.
Sister Sledge, I think.
Is it Sister Sledge? I know there's a sister in there.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, we
really
should
nailing
have done
some research.
We should have remembered. But anyways, one of them does have Melanie C, a Spice Girl, and the other one has a sister of some sort. We're really going good. Listen, if you're on that voyage, I'm sure you've gotten it announced anyways. But so we didn't find out for 3 weeks ahead, and also our lineup was not really given to us ahead of time either, or not like, hey, this is what you're gonna do. The execs were on board. Majority of the almost all of the executives were on board, actually, including Branson. He did make a special appearance.
He did.
At the end of the sailing, so that was nice. But yeah, so that's kind of the gist of the Celebration Voyage. But like Kelly said, it's supposed to be a celebration of all the Virgin brands. But last year we got Virgin Galactic. We got, who else did we get? We got Virgin Atlantic. They were also on board, which was really cool. We did not get that this time. So, but we did get Frank Weber, I think, who was new, right? He was a new addition, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, he was not on the last.
Frank Weber is a knowledge, a wealth of information, and he did so many talkbacks and so many
ship tours
and I guess talkbacks, and I don't want to call them meetings, but like sessions with him where you could ask questions, and he just was a wealth of information. So a bunch of my clients have actually gone to it, and one of them in particular was telling me all about it. Justin was giving me a huge feedback about it, and I absolutely loved listening to it because what he learned was really, really cool. He learned some really cool things. So if Virgin is, something that you're really interested in, or you're kind of a super fan like Kelly and I, that's a really cool thing to do, I think. Because when you talk about back in the day, like he was really there back in the day. And I had a very nice, lovely conversation with him at Richard's Rooftop about him and his wife. And his wife actually developed the steak at Extra Virgin. Gosh, I hope it's Extra Virgin. Was it?
I think it was Pink Agave.
Was it Pink Agave?
I could be wrong.
It's one of the steaks. Goodness gracious. We're really nailing this today.
Oh, gosh.
But I thought that was really cool. And he was just telling me about that and how they came about with all the food and stuff like that. So he really had a hand. Like, I feel like he had a hand in like literally everything, which is really cool, I think, which is a cool thing to be. So maybe we can like get him on the podcast at some point. That would be cool. So yeah, that's really what it was supposed to be about. But I think we got a watered down version of that. Virgin version of that. Okay, I'm going to be completely honest with you. I don't know about Kelly. I'm not going to speak for her, but she can comment after this. I wasn't uber excited about going. I had actually said to Kelly, if we didn't have the group that we were going, I would have probably canceled based on the information that I knew, which sounds terrible because we all know that I'm a super fan and I love everything Virgin. So that was sad for me to feel that way. But that is how I felt based on what was happening. There was no talk. I mean, I know Richard did surprise us all, which was cool when it actually ended up happening. But hands down, knowing what I knew before I went, I would have rather have just stayed home and just, I don't know, figured something else out. Worked probably. Anyway, go ahead.
I think that if they would come out with the lineup just a little bit earlier, it would get people more excited.
Yeah.
Because there were some cool things on there. Like,
I agree.
The people that make the hammocks, the yellow leaf people, were there doing demonstrations.
They were actually making them.
Cool.
Yeah.
There were, the different Virgin execs doing all kinds of things that I can't remember the one guy, Will Whitehead was his name. Mm-hmm. He was like back in the day Virgin brand guy, and he did some things. They did shore excursions we didn't know about. Like Michelle did a shore excursion, Will did one, and Frank did one. And we didn't know about it ahead of time. So I think that if they would have came out with the lineup earlier, it would have got us a little more excited.
Yeah.
But yeah, going into it, we were like, what are we celebrating here? There's nothing to see.
Yeah. No, I agree with you. Did we have fun? Hands down. So we ended up actually, we had a group of souls. We called it our solo sailing group. And we should probably just do that every year. Have a solo sailing and just say, this is the if you're a solo sailor, join us on this one, because we have done that before and it's always been super successful, and it was super successful again this time. I hope everyone had a good time. They all said they did. I'm
sure they did.
But so we had a Seriously Sweet, and it was great. I had just been in a Seriously Sweet. I don't think you weren't in a Seriously Sweet just recently, were you? Oh, you were with me. No, I can't remember. Anyways, we had a Seriously Sweet, which was great. It's perfect for us. And we had a record player in there. So for those of you that don't know much about the suites, you do get a record player. And I'm going over the records thinking that it's just going to be the same records we always get, blah, blah, blah. On the bottom was the coup de grace of records. It was Janet Jackson, and it literally made my trip. So I blasted that thing at like 8 a.m. My neighbors loved me, and I blasted it also at like 1 a.m. when I came home. So I was very happy, and Kelly can tell you how I recreated every Janet Jackson video for her from the 90s. Did I not?
She did. She absolutely did.
It was the best event ever. Can't say that Kelly thinks the same, but I felt like it was.
It was entertaining. I'll give you that.
It was so much fun. I think that's why I lost weight that cruise. I literally was like doing Janet Jackson video as much as I possibly could. It was awesome. So anyways, we had the best time in that sense. We met a new rock star agent for us, Rida.
Mm-hmm.
She was awesome.
She
super
was
sweet. She changed up. She actually helped my couple that was on their anniversary trip. She helped them immensely. They were also in a Seriously Sweet. And she changed out all of our alcohol for us. So just so you know, if you're in one of the, I don't want to call it lower rock star, but regular rock star is what I want to say, you can change out your alcohol. So you don't have to be stuck with one of each. If you like a specific alcohol like tequila or gin or rum or vodka, you can switch out whatever bottles that you won't drink with what bottles you will drink. So we ended up with a bunch of Belvedere. It actually looked like a Belvedere commercial, if you ask me.
It did.
Because it was lined with Belvedere. I don't even know. We ended up keeping just the tequila.
Yes, we did, and we didn't drink it.
Yeah, we didn't. We left it. We actually ended up leaving it. Did you take it? You didn't take it.
I didn't take it.
Yeah. We took all the Belvy though. That went home with us. We left the tequila. Anyway, so yes, we stayed at Seriously Sweet. When we first got on board, it was actually a crappy day. It was raining again. That would be our second onboard raining day. Onboarding raining day. Blah. And so they canceled Sail Away Party upstairs and had it down in the Manor this time. They didn't make it a Sail In party, which I'm very happy about because I thought it was much better just down there, get it over with, be done with it. Nirmal made a speech welcoming everybody to the celebration cruise, and off we went, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. So I was thinking this was going to be a very easy cruise, and I was going to have some time by myself and just hang out and go to the spa and relax and chill. And that's not what happened at all. The shot guy got involved and all hell broke loose. I don't know if it's the shot guy's fault, I gotta be honest. But I will say that I did schedule a massage almost literally every day. We actually happened to have a lot of loot on that sailing, but I think more of it was used for alcohol.
For sure.
But I did schedule a massage literally for every day, and we got our nails did, which was nice. But then, yeah, that's basically what I thought was going to happen. But the cool thing is, and I will say this because I'll probably forget as we're going through the week, I did the quartz massage. So funny story. I don't know that I've ever told you guys this story. I've told many people though. Funny story. I'm downstairs in the massage in the spa, and I'm getting a massage, and this girl's like, because they're always trying to sell you on the next massage or come back to them, whatever it may be. So this was a couple sailings ago, and the girl's like, you should get the quartz massage. And I was like, yeah, I did that, and everyone says it's great, and I didn't like it. And she was like, what? Like, she literally was like, what? And I was like, yeah, I didn't like it. She's like, why? Like, she was like shocked. And I go, well, the stupid bed moved. And she was like, what do you mean the bed moved? Of course it moved. It's supposed to move. And I go, no. I said, well, I was laying down. The bed was like rolling my stomach, then my boobs, then back down my boobs, then down my stomach. And I go, that was awful. I go, I did not like the way that felt. And she was like, no, that didn't happen. I go, yes, it did. Hence the reason why I never want a quartz massage again. She's like, why didn't you just tell her to turn the bed off? I go, well, that's a novel idea. But in my head, I thought to myself, this is what the actual massage is. Fine, I just don't like it. So in my head, I'm thinking to myself, this is what the massage is. And I also knew that the quartz massage was different, right? I also knew that the bed moved. So in my head, I'm thinking to myself, okay, this is what they do. They turn it on and it rolls your stomach and your chest. What the heck do I know? And on my head, I was like, I don't like that feeling. It feels awful. I'm not doing it again, right? So she's like this. She goes, well, you should have just told them to turn it off. I go, well, I thought that was the experience. So I thought, well, I'm changing the experience by saying I don't like it this way, right? So she goes, but then the woman thinks she's massaging me more. She thinks for a minute and she goes, I don't think that was supposed to be. And I go, what do you mean it wasn't supposed to be that way? I go, so I had a massage that wasn't supposed to be? She goes, yeah. She goes, that bed shouldn't have been turned on until you flipped over. She goes, it should turn on when you're on your back and it rolls your back, right? Like, and I go, well, that would have made sense. I was like, I spent the entire time face down with this roller going through the whole top half of my body. It was miserable. So she was like, yeah, that sounds horrible. I go, okay, thanks. And so we go outside to the spa manager and she was like, hey, and she's asking the spa manager and the spa manager was like, no, that's not how it's supposed to be. And then the spa manager reprimands me and goes, why didn't you say something to us? I go, I thought that was the massage. Like in my head, I'm thinking to myself, this is what the massage is. I just don't like it. And that's okay that I just don't like it. Like maybe other people like being rolled over their breasts and their stomach. Like not me. I did not like that at all. But other people might like that. What do you want from me? So anyway, she's like, well, you should try it again. So I get back on board. I see my favorite girl. And she's like, Samantha. And she goes, you need the quartz massage. And I was like, okay, you're right. I'm going to try the quartz massage. So I try the quartz massage, but I'm panicked now. I'm having like panic attacks thinking I'm going to have to tell this lady she can't turn the bed on because I don't want to be rolled to oblivion in the front of my body. I don't need to be flattened in the front of my body. I'm good enough there. And so she's like, I lay down on the bed and I'm waiting for her to press the button. So she presses a button and I hear, and the bed's moving, right? So I'm like, here comes the next button. She presses, the bed's going to go, right? That's what I'm thinking. And she didn't. And I was like, well, there you go. There's the massage that I was missing. So the massage ended up being great. So I will say that the quartz massage is great. So if you've never had one, it's basically a bed of rocks. Sounds great, right? They're mini, mini, mini rocks. And they're warm. They're very warm. And it's almost like laying in a pile of gravel. Again, sounds like horrific, but it's not. They have like a sheet and a couple sheets and some to make it not so prickly or anything like that. Like it doesn't feel like that at all. But they take the quartz and they mold it around your body like they've buried you to death. So if you like that feeling, there you go. But some people do like to be like, they like the cocoon when they get wrapped up when you do the seaweed thing. Some people like that. That's basically what you are in this quartz massage. So if you get hot, know that you will be hot in that massage because the bed is hot, the quartz is hot, the wrapping is hot. I mean, they wrap you and then they push that quartz like all around you. But the cool part is instead of, when you have a massage, they put like pillows and stuff under your leg. They create the bed to be, like the pillows. So they create the rocks to be like underneath your knees and stuff. It's a really cool thing. And then of course they do the massage. So it's not just a massage. She did like a face, almost like a mini facial as well with it. So it's a really, really cool experience. And when I flipped over, she did the same thing, like just molded the rocks around me and did all that and changed it around. And I want to say that she even said wiggle, like, because you can wiggle yourself in it a little bit more. And I wish if she hadn't said it to me, I might have just done it on my own to kind of like wiggle my butt in there a little bit more. But yeah, so quartz massage, love it. It's not cheap. I will tell you that. I don't even want to give it a price because I honestly don't know off the top of my head, but it is not cheap, but the experience was great. Now that it's not rolling the front half of my body, that was horrific. So I did do that. So that was one of the things, but anyways, back to Sail Away. Your mom made a speech. Then what did we do?
I know we had early dinner.
Did we
go to dinner?
Because I know we hung out there and danced and saw the Happenings cast, hugged the Happenings cast, all that stuff. Then we went to dinner. Was it Gun Bay?
I think it was Extra Virgin the first night.
Oh, it was Extra Virgin. That's right. It was Evie. So we went to Evie, had a great time there. We did not get the new menu.
No, it was starting on the voyage after us.
Yeah, which was fine because then we got to have carbonara.
Yeah.
So we did not get the new menu, and then we went to Misbehave after that, right? We saw Misbehave, which was super fun. We went and did that. So don't miss Misbehave. It's a great, great show. And Kelly did the Friends portion of it. So if you're a Friends fan, you should volunteer for that. They don't pick people. You just run up and do it. So if you see it come out and they hear the song, what?
I did not volunteer for that. I was voluntold to do it.
She was.
I was kind of pushed on stage by several people.
I don't know who those people are. Like, we should find them, honestly.
They're like,
go, that's not nice.
Go. And I'm like, they haven't asked for anybody yet. And I'm being pushed.
Well, okay, that wasn't me. Mark, I'm going to say Mark was, and then this one's going, they haven't asked for people yet. Mark's literally like, go. And I was like, we can't go yet. That's right. Yeah,
I know. I was like, wait until they ask for volunteers. Then I'll get up. But I got pushed out.
Okay, wait, hold on. I'm going to have to go back to the video on that one. Do you think that really you started before everybody else?
No, I definitely didn't.
Because you were the only one up there. So now I'm panicking that totally broke the rules. Not.
But the other one didn't even have anything on their thing when I was done. So I don't think they knew what they were doing anyway.
So, okay, so there's two sides in Misbehave. They cut you down the middle, and it's Sailors and Ahoy, right? Team Ahoy, Team Sailors, whichever way. I don't know which way it goes. But so when they do that whole Friends thing, you just run up. Well, Kelly had no person against her. Well, every time she was putting the little name tags on there, they were falling off.
They weren't
and so
sticking.
She was screaming, and it was hysterical. And so I was like, I was like, oh my God. So I actually ended up holding the thing, thinking that was apparently, I don't even know if I helped, but I think I did. I think they ended up sticking. But yeah, I was on the end, so I ended up holding it, which is why everyone was telling me to go, but I was panicked. I don't even remember what I was wearing. I was panicked. I was going to have to bend over or do something.
I don't know.
That's always worries me because I'm always in a dress. So I'm panicked that I got to do something that I'm going to totally forget. Anyways, so then we saw our good friends, Brent and Matt there. And we didn't realize they were on the ship. And that was fun to see them. And then what did we do after that? Oh, PJ party.
We went to the PJ party, not in PJs.
Yeah. Oh, I do remember that now.
Because we did go back to the room for a second. I think she turned on Janet and had a little party, a dance party in the room. And we were hemming and hawing. Do we get PJs on? Do we not?
Why didn't we?
I don't know. It was later. I think we got there later.
Must have been a little.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were late.
And we were like, we're going to change into PJs and then come back and change into the real thing we're going to wear to bed. We were like,
We didn't wear PJs. What did I don't even remember what I wore on board. I guess I have to look at the video.
Yeah.
Yeah, super fun though. PJ party was a blast. We stayed till 1 a.m. Kelly and I have a rule. I don't know if you heard us say this, but we just started telling our solo sailors. We just actually started telling everybody that's not super close to us what the rule is. But people that are, our BFFs that have sailed with us a bazillion times, they know what the rule is. The rule is, tell them, Kelly.
Well, if one of decides to go, it's time to go for everyone.
It is
everyone needing us
it's
too.
A joint.
Yeah.
It's a joint effort. Okay, go.
So it is approaching 1. It's like 12:50 or something. And I said, "Ugh, this song is terrible. I'm ready to go. Like if the next song sucks, we're leaving." Well, the next song starts playing and it was terrible. So I started walking away and she had to follow me.
I was so angry. I Veruca salted. I stamped my foot. I was like, damn it. Because the song was bad. And I was like, ugh. So we left. And then Kara didn't even care. I don't even know if Kara could tell what actually happened because she was probably like, what the hell just happened? But she just went to bed. She left us anyways. And so then we walked back. But what did I do? Because I was so mad. Do you remember? You told someone this the next day.
Oh, I don't know.
I danced the whole way out.
Oh, she did. She danced the whole way down the little corridor with the cabanas on deck 16.
Kelly would turn around and be like, oh, what are you doing? I
literally like the whole way down there into the elevator bank, like probably in the elevator down the whole hallway to our room.
Oh, so
she
sad.
danced the entire time.
I did.
With music in her head.
Janet, probably. It's probably Janet Jackson. Oh my God. Yeah, we do have this rule, and it is a known rule amongst majority of us. Wendy knows it as well. Susie may not know it that well because Susie always leaves us. But it is that if someone says it's time to go, we say, okay, and the next song sucks. The next song that sucks, we leave. And actually we've done it to Wendy before where she's gotten mad at us too. No, and she go, no, this song's good. And we're looking at her like, nope, this song sucks. It's time to go. So you should see the pleading that happens when the one person does not want to go. It's quite funny. But Kelly's like, the one that night was so, I don't even know what the song was. I gotta be honest.
I think there were like 3 in a row that were terrible. And
yeah.
we were just like, all right, it's time.
That happened at the Manor though later. Remember, like the next night or something, we said you made the same call, I think. And it was like, you go, okay, fine. Because Lindsay was with us and you go, okay, fine, we'll wait one more. And the next one was Ben. Kelly's like, all right, it's Ben 2. I think I win this. Oh my gosh. So that's the rule. So now you know if you ever see us walk out, that's what happened.
No woman left behind.
Yeah. You can always, and one of us has a mad face. It's because the song sucked. Thanks, DJ. You ruined my night. Oh my gosh. It's too funny. So then the next day was C Day, and I had we had brunch with our loyalty club. And so we went to that, which was awesome. And the Virgin card people were there. So crazy. It wasn't Virgin Galactic this year. It was Virgin Red Card. So we got to sit with them and kind of chat with them and kind of give them our
as nice as possible feedback.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think any of our feedback was mean. I think it was right on the money, but we didn't want them to feel like we were complaining about it. But fact of the matter is that, excuse me, we both have the Virgin Red Card for the points because they give you like 5 times the points if you use it on Virgin. And I got to be honest, it's the only thing I use it on. But when you go to make the payment, they slow boat the money over. No joke. It gets on a freaking freight boat and it takes like 20 years to get over there. Like, it's not like American Express or Visa over here or MasterCard where you pay it, it hits it, and you're good to go, right? Not there. You're waiting for, I don't know,
7 to 10 business days, honestly.
Yeah, it's crazy. So we told them, we're like, listen, we don't have to deal with that here with any card that we use here, which is frustrating. I said, because as much as we buy Virgin things and we do Virgin stuff, I need to be able to use my card right away. The minute I make a payment, I need it to register immediately. So he was like, I know, we're working on that. I go, and there are other times the freaking thing just decides not to work. Like, and he's like, no, that can't be. Yes, that's very, very true. Like, it just doesn't work. I'm like, what do you mean? So it's yeah. So yeah, it was interesting at best, but I'm glad we got to talk to them.
Yeah.
So we did that. After that, what did we do after that? We went and listened to Normal talk. Normal, Nathan, and Michelle. They did a talk back, a Q&A. No Q&A, just a talk back. Not even really a talk back, just kind of they did a presentation basically. And they talked about the ship. I have a few videos from it, but we didn't really learn anything new. There wasn't really much new. Honestly, we could have skipped it, but we would have, of course, the day that you skip it is when, the things happen that you're like, I missed that, of course. Yep. So they did talk about Loyalty Club and said that it was going to stay the same. Nothing's changing as of now, but they are looking at changing it. What else did they talk about? They talked about the food. They did tell us about food menus changing, which we already knew about. They showed us some pictures of Brilliant, but didn't want to show us too many. What else? That was really it. Majority of it.
Yeah.
Talked about the evolution of Virgin. It's Voyages and not Virgin. Sorry, Virgin Voyages, and like where it started and where it went. I'm still trying to remember that song. That I go, this is not a good song. And then as soon as the video was over, Nathan explained why they used that song.
Yeah, I don't remember what it was either.
I can't either. I want to say it's a Dog Days. The dog days are over. No?
I don't honestly remember.
It was very strange. I was like, Billy, this is the song you chose? But then he explained, and I still don't even know what he was trying to say, why they used that song anyways. He goes, that song means something. And then I don't even know if he said, now that I think about it. Anyways, so that happened in that talk back. And then what else did we do? Is that when we did Charcuterie or no? That wasn't Charcuterie Day, was it?
Mm-mm. Because we missed Normal's Q&A because we had the Charcuterie.
Yeah, the next day was Charcuterie. Okay, so what else did we do that day? Everyone else had Lotteria, but we did something. What did we do? They all went to Lotteria. We chose something else.
I know. Oh, gosh.
Well, that's lovely.
Is that when we got our nails done?
Maybe that's when I had the massage. Shoot, I don't know. That's terrible. We did not do Lotteria with the solo sailors. We sent them on their own.
We did have something.
We did have something, I agree. And then that night we ate at Gun Bay, which was so much fun. We had, what was his name? Bartol. He was hysterical. So if you ever get Bartol, he's hysterical. Telling me he has exquisite eyebrows. That's what he told us, that he wanted his wife to know that he had exquisite eyebrows. But he was a trip. We kept giving him a hard time. Here's the funny part. We told him, so he went to go tell us the game. And he was like, so if you don't know about Gun Bay, there's a game called 369. Nishi. Oh, jeez Louise.
Don't ask me to speak Korean.
I was going to say it. No, I don't think I was going to say it in Japanese, actually. I was totally saying it wrong. Anyway, we told them that don't explain it. We're all pros. Just start the game. He goes, oh, you're all pros, huh? We're like, yeah, start the game. He's like, all right, I'm going to start it at 332. And we were like, what?
What happened to one?
Yeah, what happened to one? He did start that one?
He started, pretty sure he started.
Yeah.
The first round really high.
Yeah.
And it got progressively higher every time somebody got out.
Yeah. And he went to the thousands. And I totally messed up. What did he do? What did he tell me? Or 290? No. What the heck was it? And I said 400.
You had like 334 or something would have ended in a 4. And you said 400.
Yeah. I thought it was 3. No, I think that's what it was. I think it was like 339. And I said 400.
Right.
So he gave us I swear, I think he said 332. Right. So then we did really great. And then he gets to me and I go 400. And he goes, I really.
And I gave her a look, and she's looking at me like, "What?
I'm like,
That's
it's 400.
right." I'm like, "No, it's not."
Yeah.
And then I did the same thing the next round.
Then the next round, this one goes 400. I don't know what it was. What was it?
I don't know.
We were so bad. Well, we clearly those 3 numbers threw us off.
Yeah.
And then for the last 2, he gave them in the thousands. He started in the thousands, and I was like, "What the?"
Yeah.
Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he did good. Like when we said that we were pros, like he should have done that because it ended the game. Like, I mean, listen, had he started on 13, we would have been out. I mean, we would have been there. We'd still be there now.
Yeah.
You'd be like, "Where's Sam and Kelly?" Still in Gun Bay playing 369. That's where we'd be. So, anyways, he was great. So ask for Bartol if you get a chance. He was great. And then after Gun Bay, I'm not even sure what we did that night.
Is that when we went to go see Plan V?
Oh, we did see Plan V, and we also saw
the Magnets.
We might have saw the Magnets that night. So they were an a cappella group, which were fantastic. And honestly, about a year ago around this time, which is probably why it's them now that I think about it, when we got on board when Virgin asked me to talk on during the release of Brilliant Lady. So we got on board for a Fire and Sunset when they were doing a crew check-in, and they asked me and Adele to speak on the stage. Remember that? Mm-hmm. There was a group that opened it, but did you end up seeing it? Because remember you came in late, so you did end up seeing it. Okay. There was a group that opened it, and they were an a cappella group. Do you remember that?
I do now that you're saying that.
And they left the ship, so hopefully you guys are following me. So we got on board early. They did a crew check-in to talk about Brilliant Lady coming and making a big deal out of it, right? So Kelly and I got on board early because I was speaking during the crew check-in, and they had an opening act, and it was an a cappella group that was fantastic. Like my jaw was on the ground. I don't remember what they sang, but they were only on there like maybe 5 minutes. They may have sang like 2 or 3 songs, but I was like this. They were phenomenal. Then we go to see them the other night, and I was like, oh, that's them. I know it. And that was around the same time. So I'm wondering if it's just like this is their timing that they come and do Virgin.
They're actually on the lineup for June 25th.
Are they really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, good. So funny. Because again, I can talk to a wall and I'll talk to anybody. They were sitting we went in at Razzle Dazzle. We walk in, and they were sitting. And I walked over and I said, I don't remember what I said to him. I probably sang to him like an asshole. And and so I was like, hey, listen, you guys were great. And I was like, by the way, did you do, and I tried to explain to them, and they literally looked at me like I had 5 heads. And then finally it hit them. They're like, yes, for the Brilliant Lady announcement. I go, yes. They go, that was us. I go, I was so mad you guys got off the ship. You weren't going to be on for us. I go, so I'm glad I get to see you now. They're like, oh, thank you. And then Simba was our waiter at Razzle Dazzle. So I kept singing. I always sing Natsi Venya Mavagichi Saba to him because I like to give him a hard time because I love Simba. And they actually came over to us as they were leaving. One of the guys, he was super sweet, and he's like, oh my gosh, I heard you singing that. He's like, I was in Lion King on West End. So a lot of them are British, which was really cool. And so he came over and chatted with us a little bit, which was awesome. And every time I saw him on the ship, I gave him a hard time because they were phenomenal. So if they're on your sailing, do not miss it. It sounds weird. Magnets, I don't know. Why would you call yourself that if you're singers? But they were phenomenal. I absolutely loved them.
Yes, go see them.
Yeah. And so I think that's who we saw that night. And then the next day was Cozumel, and we did our very, very favorite
margaritas and chocolate.
Actually, it was so great. So we had the solo sailors with us, and we did margaritas and chocolate, and everyone was like, this was the best excursion ever. So we have 2 favorite excursions now. Kelly's, did you join in the favorite excursion of
I did really love it.
Okay, perfect. So she's gonna join in on that one then. So we have 2 favorite excursions now, and the one is margaritas and chocolates in Cozumel, and Mayan ritual with a shaman at
Costa Maya.
Thank you. So we did margaritas and chocolate, and that was a long time in the making. We did it in July of last year, and I had been talking about it for years that I was gonna go have margaritas and chocolate, and apparently picking the wrong countries every time I was doing it. We finally got to do it and fell in love with it. So when it came around again this time, we were like, that's what we're doing. Oh my gosh. I mean, it's by far the best one. Don't go to Cenote. That's 9 miles away or 90 miles away, 9 hours long.
Don't get on the ferry to go over.
Don't get on the ferry to go over. Stay in Cozumel and do the margaritas and chocolate. Come back. And what do we do afterwards? So you end up meeting people because the excursion's very small usually, although we're talking about it, so it's now going to be much bigger, which is what tends to happen. So we ended up meeting a bunch of people that we just loved, and so there. And when you leave there, you're
feeling pretty good,
yeah.
Especially if you finish all 3 of your large
margaritas, and you make them yourself, which is so much fun. And so we left there feeling very, very good. I don't even remember the car ride back, I have to be honest, not because I was blacked out, but because I was a little drunk, and then of course it was kicking in at that point. And I honestly don't even remember the car ride back, but we got back, and I was like, all right, we're all going to Signor Frog. So we went to Signor Frog's, and that was my Italian accent with a Mexican name. And we went there and had the best time. So we did have some chips and guac because, let's be honest, it was needed for all of us. And some of us ate. Did you eat?
I ate.
I think you ate. Yeah, I did not eat because I don't really eat when I do that kind of stuff. I did have chips and guac, though. Did I, though? Now I'm thinking about it.
You had a taco because we split.
I had a taco?
Yeah. We split chicken tacos.
Mexico, my friends. I don't remember having a taco. Really? I had a taco?
Yes.
Oh, madon. There was a lot of dancing at Signor Frog's. There was a lot of balloon making with phallic balloons on ourselves. And what else? Lots of dancing, lots of hopping around, lots of meeting new people, which is always fun. I do enjoy meeting new people, and lots of dancing and lots of more drinking. Right?
Yep, that about sums it up.
Yep. And then it was so hot again because it's super hot. Somebody said, let's go. And I don't know who that person was.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know who said, let's go either. I don't even remember leaving. I got to be honest. But I do remember only because I just watched the video. So we were walking out, and I have a really funny video of us going. I mean, it wasn't just me. So just so you know, I was not the only one that was feeling no pain. I think the entire crew. We picked up a birthday girl. She was super cool. Mm-hmm. Loved her. We picked up another couple. Super cool. Loved them. And we were walking back, and this wind came and blew all of our hats, all of our balloon hats, into this couple that was taking a picture, and somehow we ended up in this couple's picture, and they were wearing our balloon hats, and it was just quite an event. But that's what happens when you come back from Mexico. You're Mexicoed. I think you should just be Mexicoed at that point. So we had the best time as usual, and we got back on board at 3 o'clock. I mean, well, I say that now. I honestly don't know what the heck time it was. It was not dark. Let's start there. It was definitely late afternoon. Yeah.
I think we went right to Richard's rooftop.
Oh, we did? Well, that explains it. And that's where we met Buffalo. Right?
Yes.
I think that's the night we met Buffalo. Wow. So when you're at Richard's Rooftop, obviously you meet people because you're all up there having a cocktail party together because that's what it feels like when you're up there, right? I mean, I feel like that's kind of like it. And then everyone starts talking. Well, anyways, this couple was over there and he had a Buffalo Bills hat on and I'm from Rochester, New York. So I was like, hey, Buffalo, what's up? Are you really from there? And so then that was it. We started talking. And then we talked to the other guy that Kelly insulted. I totally remember that now. He goes, how old do you think I am? Kelly's like 75. I mean, what did you say?
I don't remember what I said. I said 72, something like that.
And he was
like
mortified.
66 or something.
He was mortified.
I'm like, dude, first of all, I just came back from Mexico. And I don't know how old you are. I just guessed.
So funny. So then he goes, how old are you two? Or no, he goes, let me guess how old you two. And he nailed us both, like right then and there. And I was like, oh, all right then. Look at you, Kelly.
And then I felt terrible.
Then Kelly felt bad. But then it was funny because here's the thing. He doesn't remember a single thing. He, like, saying that Kelly and I were drunk, bless his heart, he was well past us, okay? And his wife was super sweet. And she was like, oh, honey. So he had told me his whole life before, because Kelly, you got stuck at the bar talking to somebody. I ended up talking to Buffalo and this couple. And so I end up over there, and Buffalo was a couple, by the way, as well. I just call them Buffalo because now that's their name. And so there was two couples over there. So I end up walking over there, and he turns to start to talk to me a little bit more. He literally tells me his whole life story. They're from San Diego. This was their first Virgin cruise. He owns a real estate company. Like he went on and on and on. And I have sobered up just a tiny bit at this point. And
don't know how.
I don't know how either. It must have been the Janet Jackson dancing that probably happened in between. Because there was definite Janet Jackson dancing. Remember, there was video. There's video evidence of the Janet Jackson dancing. So that definitely probably helped me. So he tells me his whole life story, and then he talks to Kelly. He's chatting with Kelly, and he looks at me. He goes, "Well, I haven't even really met you." He says something along those lines. I go, "Yes, you have. You just told me your whole life story." And he goes, "No, I didn't." And his wife kind of looks over at this point, and I go, "You live in San Diego. You own a real estate company. Your daughter doesn't want to own it anymore. Blah blah blah." And the wife goes like this. So she goes, I go, "See, I do know him. He just told me his whole life story." And he goes, and then remember, look at his face. He was like, "You do?" I mean, he was hammered. He was hysterical. So it was really cute. They were darling. And then Buffalo was great because we hung out with Buffalo like for the rest of the cruise. So honestly, super, super fun. Yeah, I don't even know what we did that night. I have to be honest. Oh, it was Scarlet night. Was it Scarlet night?
It had to be.
It was Scarlet night.
Yeah.
So we got dressed, went to Scarlet night. I'm sure we ate dinner somewhere in there. Maybe that was Razzle Dazzle. That might have been Razzle Dazzle. I honestly don't know. I can look at the pictures. But we had the best time at Scarlet night. Absolutely amazing. The shot guy is phenomenal. He loves to get you drunk and take all of your bar tab money. So watch out for him. He's like a little sneak around the corner. And that's when we can't figure out where our bar tab money goes. It goes to that damn freaking shot guy.
Yes, because he'll walk around with 7 shots and we take all 7. Even if we have no 7 friends around us, we take them all.
I was gonna say, Kelly would be like this. He'll be like, "How many you want?" Kelly's like,
"Give us the tray."
7. And I'm like, how many people are we?
We find people.
Yeah, we do. So I always say this: if you see us at Scarlet night, go hang around us. You're liable to end up with a free shot because neither one of us can count. We're like, we'll take them all. It looks like there's enough for all of us. How many of us? Nope, just 2. All right, we'll take all 7. That's literally us. Oh my gosh, we're a hot mess. So anyways, so the shot guy kills our bar tab and our soberness. Because sometimes we're sober by that time.
Yeah, with all the dancing too.
Yeah. So because we dance in our favorite places to dance, as long as the DJ is good, in the grounds club. Because there's a DJ there. And then we end up going up to the Richard's Rooftop. Oh, you know what I think we need to buy? I think we need to buy sparkly red flats. And then we just put those on, change our shoes, and call it a day. Because our feet are killing us by then.
I'm all for
sparkly red flats.
I'm all for it.
Flip-flops at the best. I mean, listen, they could be like $10 with sparkles on them. Just call it a day. We got some sparkly red flip-flops. That's next. Kelly's in charge of actually Friends PJs right now, which by the way, she's failing at miserably. Normally, she's sending me all kinds of things. Do you know who's on their red PJs? Jeez Louise. Their friends' PJs? Phil. Phil's like, I'm on it. I'm going to find friends' PJs.
Good luck, because Amazon doesn't have a lot. I got to go someplace else.
Either. Kelly's really good, too, at finding, like, the random shit on Facebook. I'll be like, where the hell did you find that? Facebook? It showed it to me.
I don't ever buy anything from Facebook, though. I find it on Facebook, and then I go to the actual company or go to Amazon and see if they have it.
That's how you do it. All right. Well, there you have it, folks. That's how you do it. Because every time I'm like, Kelly's like, here's a Facebook thing. I'm like, Facebook? We're buying these off. All right, fine. So anyways, so that was our Scarlet night. It was actually, I think it was on point. Scarlet night was, Nirmal jumped in, which was fun to see. Him and Nicole actually jumped in, which was fun to see. What else? Anything else happened really? Not really. It was just a good time. It was a good party. And then the next day was a sea day, and that was when we did the charcuterie board.
Mm-hmm. We did. Which
was awesome. So we have never done it. It does have a cost to it. It was $45, right? Somewhere in that range.
I think it was $35.
Go with Kelly. She paid for it.
I can go back and look, but I think it was $35.
So it basically was create your own charcuterie. We laughed so hard because the two of us suck at creating charcuterie boards. Listen, I am not creative in charcuterie in any way, shape, or form. Kelly's even less, which is hysterical. So the two of us were like, what are you doing? Oh, no, that's not going to work. Is this going to work? Nope, that's not going to work.
Bread's falling in our lap.
Bread, I was just about to say the amount of bread. I go, don't use that much bread. Then she's like, I've got all these crackers. I go, don't use them all. It was so funny. Next to Jody, because Jody was next to me. Next to Jody was this apparent designer. So his was like, I mean, it had like gold and glitter, and I don't even know if he just like appeared it from the sky. Like it literally looked like it was sparkling. So we were howling because we're like, what? How does his look that good? Like we're over here just struggling to try to keep cheese up and the crackers standing. Like it was absurd. But then they gave us shams when we came in, which I think was a $2 chuck. I got to be honest. I try not to drink it, but whatever. And then they gave us that glass of wine, which is actually really good.
Yeah.
What was it? Pinot Noir?
It was Pinot Noir, yeah.
It was really good. I couldn't tell you what the heck the bottle was though. But and then they let you eat the board. So, well, not the board, but you eat your charcuterie food. Not on the board. It's gross. They let you eat the food on the board. I don't know. And it was funny. Some people didn't really even eat theirs. I was like, oh, well, all right. I guess they probably would. It was at a weird time. I will say it was at 11. We hadn't eaten breakfast. So, honestly, it was fine for us. That was our breakfast, a charcuterie board. I was eating honey like it's going out of style. I was dipping cheese in the honey. And just so you know, if you had the charcuterie board, I'm going to be honest, I thought that it was going to be just like the charcuterie board in EV. Mm-hmm. And I thought, oh, this is stupid because there's like 3 cheeses on there, honestly. And I was kind of like, this will be boring. But no, they gave us cheddar, brie, parm, just from EV, of course. And there was another one, I thought it was there Gouda? Yeah, it was Gouda, wasn't it? There was a 4th cheese.
Maybe.
So, I mean, there was some good cheeses on there that weren't, I thought it was going to be, honest to God, I thought it was going to be exactly like EV. I was kind of like meh about the whole thing. And then it turned out to be great. I enjoyed it.
It was fun. And we got to take pictures of it. Yeah. They had little things set up around Test Kitchen like they do for Shot, if you've done that before.
Yeah.
So that was cool. I didn't do great at my pictures.
Mine was terrible. I couldn't figure out how to get the stupid sun to go up and down. It was a whole hot mess. And we were honestly, the two, like, I would have liked to have done Shot for Shot because I do love Shot for Shot. But we were trying to be on a wellness cruise. I don't know how much wellness was happening except for the times that I visited the spa, which was once a day. I'm going to be honest with you. And the bungee class that we did, because the rest of the time we might have been filled with alcohol. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Our veins were a little solid. So then I don't even know what we did that night. Lord knows. Maybe no, it wasn't karaoke because that was the last night. And then the last day we were at Bimini, which was super fun because Richard showed up, Sir Richie. That was really cool. He jumped in the pool. Nirmal jumped in the pool. They introduced Nicky Jam. They all showed up on the same day in Bimini, which was awesome. Kelly thinks that they honked the horn at him because when we came in, so you can tell that story.
So normally when we pull into Bimini, they don't do the horn. The ship horn doesn't go off. And it went off at like 7:30 in the morning. And we weren't even docked yet. And that's why I thought maybe he was like flying in or coming in by boat. I mean, we don't even know how he got there.
Yeah, we still don't know.
So that's what I thought, because then he ended up on board, because a lot of people started reporting he was in the galley.
Yeah.
But we didn't see him until we got to Bimini. And they escorted him in and out through the back. Like, he didn't walk through anything.
Yeah.
He just came, did a little thing, jumped in the pool, and he was gone. And then he was yet to be seen from again. Like, he was gone.
That was it. They said he left. He'd already gone. So, and then Nicky Jam also showed up at that point. He did not sail with us the whole time. He just got on board. And like we said, they announced him. It was really cool. They doused us in champagne, which was, I don't really know how I feel about that, but everyone else enjoyed it. I think I got some in my eyeball. Don't you remember? I go, I think it just hit my eyeball. I was like, of all things, hit my eyeball.
Just don't get in my drink.
Well, okay, so I'm holding my drink, right? They jump in and pool water goes in. I go, well, that's done because I ain't drinking that no more. So then that was the end of that. I should have went like this in the champagne. But yeah, so that was, I mean, it was still fun though. It was really cool. That was cool to see. And we were right there, right in the front. Mm-hmm. And I have terrible video of it because I was using my Hey Metas and the music was so loud and everything was so loud. I couldn't hear the Hey Meta if it was working. And I don't really have the button down well just yet. So I can't tell. You can't tell if it's actually recording unless someone sees it. Mm-hmm. And I should have told you if the light is, I should have just turned around and told you to give me a thumbs up. This is all stuff that I should have thought about after, but I was pretty cranky that day. Why was I cranky? Oh, I know I was cranky. We won't talk about that. We should have made a thing where I just turned around and the light's solid. You go like this. Yeah. Because I kept thinking that it wasn't because I couldn't hear it. So it was hard. It was hard to do. So I did not get anything good that I wanted to. But if you do a search, you'll be able to find some good stuff. Sadly, it was not us that got that. But we were there. Yay for us. We were enjoying the moment.
We were.
And not trying to have everybody else see that we were enjoying the moment.
Right. Exactly.
Oh, God. So yeah, so that was really it. Then we enjoyed the rest of Bimini, had a great time. But then we ran back to Richard's Rooftop thinking, because last time on Celebration, he actually went to Richard's Rooftop. We ran back. Everybody was there. The place was jammed because they all thought the same thing. And guess who no-showed? Well, I take that back. He didn't. We don't know that he was actually going to show, so I shouldn't say he no-showed. He no-showed in our brains. Mm-hmm. Sir Richie was not there. So we were super sad about that because...
we rushed to get ready to get up there.
Yeah, we did rush to get ready to get up there thinking that we were going to miss it. And then Lindsay's yelling at us going, you're late, hurry up. And we're like, oh, my God. Kelly's like panicking. And I'm like, I'm going to kill that woman. So then we ended up there and then we hung out with Buffalo. I hung out with a bunch of people, actually, which was really nice. Met some new people. Met some other new people, got fondled a bit, and that was fun. It was not fun, but it happened. Yeah, that was it. Right? Then we karaoke'd at night.
Till the break of dawn.
Yeah. Till the break of dawn. That's faux show. That's the latest we've ever stayed up, I feel like, since, if you really think about it, that's the latest we've ever stayed up since the first year.
Back in the day, yeah, when we
back
used
in
to
the day.
go be out till like literally 3 a.m.
And we literally closed down the manor. Like, we could say that we used to close down the manor. That is the latest that we stayed up. I mean, we closed down the sip. He was like putting the bottles away pretty much. And nobody was out anymore because it's the last night and everyone was going to bed. I don't know what the hell was the matter with us. I got to be honest. I have no idea what was up our butts that we thought we'd stay up. But we were feeling that pain the next morning when we were like, time to go and nobody's packed. Great. So that was us the next morning. Kelly goes, I'm going to go get something to eat. I was like, have a good time. I'll see you later. Well, then, oh my God, our trip out of there was awful. So remember when we left, we usually leave at 10 o'clock for a 10:50 flight. Well, we need to start leaving earlier off the ship because we got off the ship and the traffic was terrible in port. And so we couldn't get an Uber at the right time. Oh, it was horrific. I honestly feel like we should just pay for a shuttle now because now I'm like, that was horrific. We panicked. We literally Kelly and I got onto the train and the doors, like, if you ever seen this in a movie, the doors like shut behind us. Like, that's basically what it felt like. And we were running And they kept telling us at the train station, they're like, it's fine, calm down. I'm like, no, it's not. You're not running. Like, they're going to shut the doors. I'm running. I don't care what you say.
We hadn't even gone through security, when they put your stuff on the belt. And the thing said last call.
Yeah, final call.
And you still have to go through that, collect your stuff, and go up the escalator and then find your coach. Mm-hmm. And we were like, last call. Like, we're still 3 minutes away from the door.
Yeah.
So
it was scary.
Yes.
We'll never do that again. Because we were like,
that was a little too close.
That was a little too close for both of our comforts.
Mm-hmm.
And so, so we're probably not going to do that again. We'll get off a little bit earlier now. Or schedule a car. I think that the problem would have been solved by someone waiting for us. Yeah. We pay to have them wait for us, and they take us to the thing. Instead, we were like, let's call an Uber, because we've never had any issues before. And then that time we sat down. And then the Uber that we get, I swear to God, it was on a Sunday grandma drive. I was like, can you get out of the seat? I will drive myself. I actually know how to get there. So can you get out? I'll give you the car back when we get there. We'll switch seats and we'll be fine. And we'll make it in time. He was like, when the light would turn green, he'd be like, and I look at Kelly, I go, is this my punishment? Is this my punishment for whatever I've done in this life? Like, what? And like, I was like, I was like, die. I was like, I can't take it. I want to scream, because he would just be like, and then he'd sit at a red light to turn right, and he'd just wait. And I'm like, what are you waiting for? And just so you know, I told him before. So like, you're hearing me complain right now. You're probably like, you should have just told him. No, I did. I did tell him. I said, sir, we have a train in literally 10 minutes. I'm going to need you to step on it like nobody's stepped on it before. And he was like, he said nothing back.
I don't think he spoke English.
He probably didn't. But fact of the matter is that I should have said, hurry. Like, I don't know. What's the universal word for go? Go. Hurry up. I have no idea. Anyways. It was so not right in any way, shape, or form, and we barely made it. And I didn't eat, so I'm like, now I'm on the train, and I'm in a hot mess because I didn't eat. There's a really great, if you've taken the Bright Line, there's a really great brand new little cafe up top right before you go in. And I was planning on getting a really good turkey sandwich there. The turkey sandwiches are phenomenal. And I was like, going to get a turkey sandwich there. Going to be great. Nope. When we were running up there, I was like, see a turkey sandwich. That's great. I was so sad. So we got on board, and I had chips, and that was terrible. That was what I ate. So anyway, that was our celebration. Did we miss anything?
I don't think so.
I think we nailed it. If this sounds fun to you, join us on the Friends. No, but seriously, join us on the Friends cruise. We still have space. You still have time to join, especially if you live in Florida, or if you don't care about the price of airfare, join us. It's June 25th through the 29th, and it's about Friends TV show. I'll be there for you. Here we go. We're having t-shirts made right now. So if you're on the June 25th through the 29th, but not with us, you'll see us in t-shirts. Stop by and say hi. And we're in the Massive Suite.
We are in the Massive Suite.
And the other one too, there's a couple more cruises that we have going on. We have Girls Gone Cruising, of course, always. That's September 17th. We also have Iceland, but I feel like we're getting a little too close to like getting rid of that one. Not rid of, but like having people join us. We're doing Iceland on July 7th, and we're also doing a fitness cruise on July 9th, which is amazing. So if you love dance fitness and you really do want to do a wellness cruise, we do have that on July 9th, which is going to be amazing. I'm actually really excited about it because that's the one I'll definitely lose weight. We'll see. I feel like I did lose weight on this one. I got to be honest.
All that dancing.
All that Janet dancing. We just need Janet back as a record. So anyways, all right. Well, thank you for joining us. It was the longest celebration recap ever on the planet, but thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next week. And we'll leave you with our favorite phrase, which is,
you float our boat.
All right. See you next week. Bye.
Bye.